Okay, I did it.
There we go. It's a different button I have to press to record.
Nice.
Nacho,
I got
what's this world come to?
got a copy of it too. So
Do I try the howdy y'all now again? Or?
howdy y'all.
That sounded way too southern when I did it.
Howdy.
For having never lived in the South.
You know what's crazy?
What?
Our banana bread has like 20 more minutes left. What have we been doing for the last hour?
This. This and Chrissy's court. This is what we've been doing. Literally, anytime I even just go to say hey, I just think of the howdy y'all.
Howdy y'all.
Hiya. Nope. Still hated that.
I'm back.
I'm back. We back. It's been almost a week since I last uploaded. Few updates on how this is going to continue forward. I know. He's moaning.
He's gone.
He's like, nope, I'm done. Few updates on how this is going. Every Friday is probably going to be an installment of Brandon's Boredom, which is kind of going to be the main purpose of this channel. That's just kind of going to be me talking about random things whenever I feel like it. Mondays or Tuesdays is going to be a rotation of a gaming segment, a movie segment, and possibly a book segment if I ever actually get to reading. I don't read textbooks, so like why would I read normal books for fun? But like, I enjoy it when I do, so that might be a thing that starts up. There's a cat behind the camera that I'm just like following right now, so like, if he jumps up here, don't be surprised. I might introduce him at that point. I'm not going to force him up here, he hates it.
What is it? What is it, Joe?
I might be able to get him up here. He's curious about noises. So yeah, this week I'm kind of just gonna social. I'm gonna kind of focus on social medias. Side note: these videos are gonna be very heavily unedited. So what you're seeing is what actually happens when I'm filming. Just because while I do have a lot of time, I really don't want to sit down and try and figure out video editing stuff and all that. Because I would much rather be playing Borderlands 3, if I'm being honest. Steph's giving me a very judgmental look on that one. But, you know, life's life, so that's how that's gonna go. But yeah, so with social medias, I've kind of noticed a huge change in how they're being used nowadays. Before, college students were mainly the ones that were like posting their lives because we have friends who go to universities miles and even states away from us. And so it's always nice to like keep up with them, but even when we did use them, we were still kind of aimlessly just using them and kind of scrolling in between exams or in between classes, just kind of aimlessly liking a picture and not reading what's going on with people. But since all of this has happened with the Rona, I'm just going to refer to it as Rona season. Since Rona season started,
That's disgusting.
social media's really had a big boom and insurgence of people using it more and more for what it was actually intended for. A lot of people are starting to connect with their friends and family on there just because it's the easiest way to do so while social distancing. We can literally post our lives on there. I make most use of Instagram for whatever reason. Despite that being the social media I used to use the least amount. Just because with Instagram stories, something that's become popular are the bingos and the 30-day song challenge, which if you follow me on Instagram and watch my stories, you know I've been taking part in. I'm on like day 19 of the 30-day songs. And let's just say once I hit day 10, it was difficult to find songs. Learned that Mickey by Tony Basil is actually a cover of a song one day, so that was fun to find out that one of my favorite old-time songs is actually a cover and not an original, but you know, you learn something new every day. But with that, it also kind of allows me to learn more about my friends and that are also doing those things that we would never talk about. Some of the bingos that I've taken part in, one of them was a Percy Jackson themed one that was centered around specifically Cabin 3, which if you know anything about Percy Jackson is the cabin of the children of Poseidon. I feel like Steph's silently judging me on that, but I don't really know.
I'm not paying attention.
She's not paying attention, which works out perfectly.
I'm online shopping.
Typical. What are you buying this time?
Clothes.
Well, duh.
I'm on Old Navy actually.
Oh,
That's different for me.
Yeah. But yeah, so like just kind of learning about people when it comes to like their Hogwarts houses, which like is something you typically talk about if you know people that are big into Harry Potter, but like you don't talk about specifically why you fit in with a certain house and like what traits of that house you encompass the most and like why you don't like other houses. But those have kind of just been some of the ones that I've done that I think are interesting to learn about people because, I mean, how often do you talk about who has what Greek god as a parent? Like, who would have thought that I consider myself a son of Poseidon? There's the judgmental look from Steph. Been waiting on that one.
There it is.
But yeah, social media, just kind of the boom. With my family being in Florida, it's kind of the only way I've been keeping up with them. I should probably call my mom more often, but I don't. If you're watching this, Mom, I'm sorry. I'm really not busy. I'm just sleeping. I just sleep a lot, and so...
Sorry, Mom, I don't want to call you. I just don't want to.
But social media, it just kind of works because, like, people are still using it the same way they have before. My mom still tags me in the weather updates that our first date she doesn't even live in. And so I always know when Nebraska's going to be back because I have a new tag from my mom on Facebook. Like yesterday when she told me that we were supposed to get so much snow today. And then she messaged me again. Hi, Mom. Sorry for dissing you.
She wasn't wrong.
Yeah, I mean, you weren't wrong. We did get quite a bit of snow, but, like, your version of bad and my version of bad are different kinds of bad when it comes to snow. If like, I can't leave my, like, building at all, that's bad. But, like, if I can walk outside, that's fine. And then just, like, everyone on Facebook doing the normal name test things that they do where there's no science behind it. You know what I'm talking about? They'll occasionally be like, pick a tree and we'll tell you what kind of lover you are.
Oh, dude, I love those.
And there's like no science behind those.
Have you gone to the, there's a website where you can take a bunch of quizzes. It's like, am I a psychopath? And you like take a psych quiz and you're like, turns out I'm not.
You don't want to know what my psychopathy score is.
It's idrlabs.com.
Oh, see, I've done a dark triad one.
No, this is like an actual like psych website. Let me see.
I did a dark triad one with my staff last year where it was psychopathy, narcissism, and Machiavellism.
This one has like a political one,
Yeah.
a narcissism one,
Oh, I'm such a narcissist.
a dark core test. So
Those
you
are
can
my
see
favorite
your
ones.
Kinsey scale, your left to right test, your Hogwarts test, your dark triad.
I score high on anything that's like dark triad, dark core related for whatever
But
reason.
you can see like how stressed you are and how anxious and like how depressed and like how paranoid, like all of those. Like there's a ton of these.
I see, and those are the things that like, if it's a test where you like sit down and actually fill things out, there's thought behind that. But if like, you click a picture of a tree and you expect it to tell you something that's true about you, no. No. There's a chance I unfollowed you on Facebook for those. Because I do that a lot. I've done it quite a bit, actually. Sometimes with my own family. But yeah, and then Twitter's kind of just vibing. Twitter's still Twitter.
Coronavirus anxiety.
Twitter is...
It's a test on here.
Are you taking it?
No, I'm not.
Twitter's the only way I really keep up to date with drag queens at this point. I don't pay attention to anyone else's content. And Jan's the only one that matters at this point, like... Jan cares. But yeah, and then Snapchat just kind of vibes. If you got streaks, you keep your streaks. I don't know what else. What else do people use Snapchat for?
You can like group video chat and stuff like that.
You can't video chat. Brennan and I have been meaning to video chat for a while now. That still hasn't happened. He's like bugging out right now.
Zoomies.
What other social medias are there? LinkedIn's just still LinkedIn.
I don't use
Like, no one's accomplishing anything at the moment. That was a chunk. If only you could see him right now.
You wanna go see Brandon? Go see Brandon. Go see Brandon. Go see Brandon.
He's like, don't force me into this shit. I might have to do some video editing and bleep that out. That was Nacho talking, not me.
Look at his belly.
Look at his belly?
It's all just loose.
This is Nacho. This is the cat that I'm with right now. He can be an angel, but as you can tell, he doesn't like being held, very obviously. I don't think any of you know Nacho unless you're Steph or her boss. I don't know if Mel watches these.
I don't think that Mel does.
I might send this one to her.
Hate to break it to you.
If you're watching this, Mel, though, Nacho says hi. Steph doesn't. Even though I'm at her place.
I Zoomed with her yesterday.
How often do you two Zoom?
Not that often.
Zoom's the other thing. Like, Zoom's great and all, but, like, I've got issues with Zoom. Like, I don't know how I feel about Zoom completely.
Have I shown you if you go and click I have a virtual backdrop, but you actually just take a screenshot of yourself, put it there, and click the I have a green screen button? It just looks like you're there and you can just, like, walk off.
That's when you just turn your video off.
No, but some things you have to have your video on for.
Oh, okay.
It's annoying.
That's fair. Zoom, I feel like, is what I should do with my family.
You want to Zoom with your family?
I don't know that I want to, but I should. My mom's definitely going to ask me about it after this.
What's Zoom?
What's Zoom? You remember the TV show Zoom when we were growing up?
No, it's a movie and I watched it the other day.
No, there's a TV show.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Search Zoom intro. Just don't play it because I don't want this to get taken down.
I've never seen this.
I literally sent it to Morgan one day, and she was like, yes. And I captioned it when I showed it to her. I was like, all of us logging into staff meeting this week.
I don't think I ever watched this.
So yeah, I'm going to go educate Steph on Zoom. Not the web.
Oh, it came out in 1999.
Yeah,
well,
it did.